Okay, so when we talk about this character class, it's not that I will get A to Z. Okay, it's not that I need to specify exactly A to Z. Okay, if I'm looking for, let's say, you are checking for a particular employee ID, and in employee ID, let's say you are taking only three digits are acceptable, only three characters are acceptable. Let's say it starts with ABC, something like this. Okay, so only valid characters allowed are ABC. Okay, so you can specify something as A to C also. Okay, so how it works? It is actually A or B or C. Okay, so whenever I say 0 to 9, it actually means 0 or 1 or 2 till 9. Okay, so it's not mandatory that you have to always specify A to Z. Okay, so it's the range which you are defining. So that is the reason if you want alphabets, let's say you want to check A to C, small a to C, capital A to D, and 0 to 5, that is also fine. Okay. No, if I want to find more than 3. Okay. If you want to make sure something at start of the string. Okay. So we have a caret symbol for this. Okay. If you want to check it ends with something, then we have dollar for it. Okay. For this, so it's a caret. So caret for start of the string. Okay. When I say dollar, means end of the string. Okay. So let's say you have a pattern in which you are checking that it should start with character compulsorily and it should end with digit. Okay, so I'm saying alphabet should be at start. So I'm saying caret here. Okay, so I'm saying it should start with alphabet and it should end with digits. Okay, so now if I add digits at the start, it will not recognize this pattern. Okay, because it's a not valid pattern. Okay, so I'm explicitly specifying at start there should be alphabet or character. Okay, and at the end there should be a digit only. Okay, so here if I again specify some characters, this will not work. Why? Because it should end with digits. Okay, and when I say end, that means this end of the string, not in between. So if I say something like this, okay, it is not that it will consider this as one element and this as a one element. Okay, so entire thing is a one string. Okay, so it will consider that is it starting from alphabets and if it's ending from digits. And why this is not recognizing this time. Okay, but I am specifying alphabets, any number of alphabets, and digits are optional, but that is the only thing. If I have comma, this is not a valid pattern. No, it's still not accepting. So my pattern says alphabets, any number of alphabets. Okay, all right. Any number of alphabets followed by digits 0 or 1. Okay, you can't have any numbers in between. If you add in between, you are breaking your pattern. So alphabets. Okay, if you want to specify some part which is optional, okay, then we have a question mark. Okay, so in the previous example, when we added this HTML5 in JavaScript, right? So here there is a digit followed by it, and this is a version number. Okay, so this can be optional, right? So here I'm just saying, okay, alphabet followed by digit, but this should be optional. So even if I have digits or if I don't have a digit, it is fine. Okay.
Other things make it compulsory. It should have.
It should have, yeah, it should present. Mm, do we have anything else? Dot e to set 0 to 9 star. Okay. Okay. If you want to restrict that, there should be 5 characters present. Okay, so I have this HTML and I want to make sure that there should be a 4 characters in my string compulsory. Okay, so for strings, for the digits, for characters, I will specify A to Z. It's a small a to Z. Okay, so I can specify a range using curly brackets. Okay, so I'm saying 4. Okay, so now if I specify 3, this will not match. Why I'm saying there should be at least, so there should be 4 characters present. Okay, now it's a restriction. Again, with the problem with this is
Only considers 4 numbers.
first 4 will be considered. Okay,
So if you put this in the end, it is an equality for the characters also.
yeah.
Not beside the digits also.
Which one?
If I put the range in the last 13 digits also.
Where? Here?
Yeah.
0 to 9?
Yes.
Yeah, if you add a digits, it will take a digits also. Okay, alright. If you want to say that minimum 2 characters should be present and maximum 4 characters should be present, okay, then you can specify something like this. Okay, so 2 is fine, 3 is also 3 is also fine with me. Okay. So we have seen the range. All right. So minimum 2 characters should be present. Okay, so I'm specifying the range now. Okay, so I have a dot to match with anything. I have a character class, so I can specify in a square brackets that can be 0 A to Z, or I can specify 0 to 9, and everything will be in a or, right? We have plus to specify at least one, star for 0 or more, caret to match with start, dollar to match with end, and a question mark if you want to specify something as an option. Okay, so let's start with examples. You have one string which contains the PAN card number. Okay, so you want, what is the format of your PAN card number? Okay, so 5 characters followed by 4 digits. Okay, and followed by one more character. Okay, so this is the valid pattern, and you want to construct a regular expression that if someone gives you the invalid one, you will not match this. Okay, so
So 5 characters, 3 numbers.
four numbers and one character again at the end. So now there's this one. Yes.
Now, all the characters were in capital only.
Yes. Lovely morning at this place.
I was thinking you can't hear anything from me. The assignments.
For I didn't send you for files.
Yes.
Right? All right.
Yes. S is equal to 8, capital A to Z. Are you got Are you confident? Yeah, A to Z.
Okay.
In square brackets A to Z. Then put a range 4, 5, sorry. Put a range of 5 plus
Okay.
plus 0 to 9.
Why this plus?
No, we have digits after followed by characters, right?
Okay. So this plus is not specified followed by.
Okay.
If you're specifying in one part, you are so defaultly this is followed alphabets followed by digits.
All right.
When I say plus, it means at least one occurrence.
All right. Okay. So, plus is meant
It's not concatenation here. Okay.
Okay. So 0 to 9, range of 4.
Range of 4.
Again, A to Z. Range of 1. Capital A to Z. Range of 1.
Okay. I think this is fine. This should work.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see this now.
Read 1.
Okay. Sure. This will accept. Okay. Alright. How about this?
And then
If someone gave me something like this and said this is a valid PAN number. Okay.
So 1 comma.
And you have pattern which should check it is valid or not.
So just put a minimum of 1 comma, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 comma 4.
Yeah. This is invalid, right? If someone gives me this, it should not accept. But if I execute your pattern, it is still taking. So it's the same case if someone gave me 15 digits phone number, I cannot say first 10 digits are valid. Just ignore the last 5 and call that person.
End of the string.
So should I put all the here? Okay. So this is working.
Okay, put the character in first. Put the character in first.
Okay. Now this is perfect.
Even with character, okay.
Okay, it will take extra characters at the start. Okay. So at the start, I'm specifying it should be start of the string followed by it should be start with characters. There should be 5 characters. Okay.
Why didn't you take the 5 extra A as the first characters?
Which one?
No, you gave A in the first, right? But why didn't you take it as A?
Which one?
No.
So in that case, it is not considering that pattern. It's just starting from this. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you're supposed to like this, right? So even if you do carrot, It will take from the first element, right?
So see, when I say 5, right? So it will how it will work? It will start from A, match with this A. Okay, I'm expecting 5 characters, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Right?
Then it will.
But after that, there should be a digit, right? So C. So this is invalid pattern, right?
Okay.
So this will ignore it. Now start from second character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alphabets. After that, there should be a digits. No, ignore this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits. No, ignore this. Now start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then therefore, okay. So that is the reason it's giving me this. Okay. But now what I'm restricting that it should be a start of the string. Okay. So because of that, now it will not consider from in between. Got it? Okay. So how about 10-digit phone number?
Okay. Only phone numbers.
Yeah. Okay. So if someone gives the alphabet, it should not accept it.
This is equal to some number.
Okay, so this is just a 10-digit number.
Okay, so R is equal to RE dot compile. Then it's carry. Carry. 0 to 9. Range of 10. And end the dollar.
Right. Okay. Modify this. So I want something. Your first character should always start with 6, 7, 8, or 9.
6, 7, 8, or 9.
Okay, and after that it can follow with anything, right? Because in this pattern it will start from 0. Even if my first character is 0, that means if it is making me 9 digit, but still it will accept. Okay, but now I want to put a restriction that first character should be
6
out of 6, 7, 8, and 9.
We can put another range. Before 10, we can put another range.
Let's say 6 to 9. There should be only one occurrence. If I'm taking 1 here, there should be 9. Okay. So now this way. Okay. How about I want plus 91 and it is optional.
Plus 91. To start with plus 91. How special characters are identified? We can do the package.
We have slashed escape character. Okay, so I want to verify plus 91 here. Okay, so 6 to 9, but before that, let's say pattern is plus 91. Okay, space and the number, right? So what should I make changes? So I'm saying plus 91. Okay, no, I want to verify space, right? We haven't covered anything for the space. So for the space, we use /s. Okay.
You should put them in the bracket as well.
Which one? Oh, gotcha. Okay, so why we are getting that error? I am specifying something like this, right? Now when I say only plus, what is the meaning of plus? At least one, right? So when I say at least one, that means why I'm getting two cursors. Right. Okay, so if I say plus, so it should so there should be something to repeat, right? Now I'm just specifying caret and I cannot repeat anything, so it is expecting some character class or digits to repeat. Okay, so I am putting some escape character for this.
No, it's pretty
Alright. How many cursors I have here? Okay.
R is raw.
Yeah. So whenever I specify R at the start, which means raw string. Okay. So when I specify raw string, my slash t slash n will not have a special meaning. Okay, fine. So for a space, I will use slash s. Okay. So we'll discuss these wildcards. But got this? So now I'm adding plus 91. Okay. But this is not a optional one, right?
You have to add a question mark.
Okay. Where should I add a question mark? Here?
Yes.
Do you think this will work?
Hopefully.
So when I say optional,
No, you should put everything in a bracket from first starting to.
so which one? This thing?
From slash plus to space and put it in optional.
Or which bracket? Square bracket?
Square bracket.
Alright. Till space.
Put optional.
Do you think this will work?
And such with slashes only.
Okay. This is working, but okay. So it's not that it will consider plus 91 and a space. It is why? Because whenever I specify something plus 91, it is either plus or 9 or 1 or space. Okay, so in everything we have or. That is the reason even it's considering as optional, but this square brackets will not work. Yeah, next solution.
Now keep it in complete first.
Okay, check. Hold on. So we have a new concept for this. Okay, we have something called grouping. Okay, so now I'm saying that this entire thing is optional.
It's one group now.
Okay. To see the output, this find all method will not work now. Right, so I'll get something like this.
including plus 9.
Okay, right. So this is just showing me plus 9. Okay, and why is that? So we'll come to that. Let me introduce the new method now. So we have something called re dot search. Okay, now what how search will work? It will take first argument as your regular expression, second as your string, same. Okay, it will return a something called match object. Okay, so your find all was returning list.
Yes.
This will return a object of a class match. Okay, now if you want to print the result, okay, we have a method for that particular class, something called m dot group. Okay,
Okay.
so whenever I say m dot group, okay, it will print everything which is matched here. Okay, now if you see here I'm specifying plus 91 and this number, so entire thing is matching. Okay, now if I remove this, even though this is also matching.
We give optional. Why title is not
Which one?
random.
Oh, right. Right, so what is the concept of groups? So I will specify parenthesis, okay, and so this will be one group now. Okay, all right. So when I say re dot search, it will check if the pattern is present or not. Okay, if pattern is present, it will return a match object. If pattern does not exist, it will return me none. Okay, so that is the reason whenever you are using m dot group, let's say you are writing this, now this is invalid. Okay, so it will throw in error. Why? Because now you're doing re dot search. Re dot search, it will return none because if your pattern is not matching, and your none object do not have this group method. So this group method is for which class? Match object. Okay. So that is the reason you need to always write something like this. If and then only, okay, else. Okay, all right. So the main use of group is if you have a string, you are searching for a particular pattern, and from the matched pattern you want to extract something. Okay, so you have a pattern, you have a matched pattern, and from that pattern also you want to extract something. Okay, so for example, let's take you have a date. So the date format is ddmmyy. Let's say, okay, and from this I want to only extract the date and the month. Okay, I don't want the year. Okay, but first thing I need to check the if the format is valid or not, right? Okay, so what will the regular expression?
0 to 9 is equal to test dot
So that, yeah.
0 to 9.